Hello and welcome to Ramble Road. I'm going to stop doing that before I off myself and cringe.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Welcome to Ramble Road. We had a break because we kind of just gave up for a bit.
We
I
had
don't know
exams.
what episode we are on. Oh yeah, they
No,
had
but
exams and I just couldn't be asked.
yeah, but Jimmy, do you know what this means? It means this is season 4.
Yo,
We
season
made
4.
the season 4 because season 1 was episodes 1 to 5, and then after episode 5, we took like a month-long break. Then we came back. That was season 2. That lasted the longest. That lasted to Christmas.
Yes,
Then obviously we took
Christmas
2
was our
weeks off.
break as well, wasn't it?
Then we took 2 weeks off of Christmas. We came out with season 3. We managed 2 episodes. We
Then
went on
just
another
gave
like
up.
3-week break.
Yeah.
At least we had
Welcome
like actual.
to
At least we
season
had a
4.
reason this time. We had a
Yeah.
reason this time.
Well, you did. I was tired.
I had
first-
exams.
Well, because
We
the
had an
first week.
excuse for the first week, I think.
Well, it's because
Yeah.
Joe's exams started a week after mine, so it was like I did.
Yeah, but my exams were over a 3-week period.
Yeah, that's a ripperoni.
Yeah, because I couldn't have time to do it on the Thursday and Friday, and it was the same with Joe the other day.
Yeah.
So that's why we've been away. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
We are back.
Now.
Yeah, I would like to say hello to Texas Man if he is watching.
Listening. We don't have any visuals yet. We haven't decided to face reveal, and we don't all have Illuminati masks. So
Have you
mean,
seen? Have you
I've got
seen
a
this
few.
new app that all like people are moving on to because like obviously they're getting paid to like promote and stuff, where you can do it's called Stereo, and basically you do, this is not sponsored by the way, you can do podcasts live.
Yeah, let's not do that. You know what we're like.
that sounds like every chance to fuck up.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
in the forbidden episode we doxed ourselves.
Yeah, Joe doxed himself. He literally went, "I live here, right, and this is where I have to go." And we were like, I was like, "Oh, great."
The forbidden episode I wasn't there for.
Yeah, he wasn't
No.
on the forbidden
Oh no,
episode.
I'm on about when you talked about your literal uni library that's like next to where you.
Oh yeah, that was like episode. What episode was that? That was after lockdown. So shit.
Well, which one?
I think
because
it was
obviously
like
we're on lockdown 4 now.
3.
3.
lockdown 3.
Mood.
Don't forget we had the weird tier lockdown where we were basically in lockdown anyway because most of the country was in tier 3 or 4.
Yeah.
God, that was dumb.
I don't remember.
I'm safe in saying that coronavirus has been handled a bit dumb.
Yeah.
It has been a little bit poor. I think there are certain times where you could critique the government.
Yeah, like Grenfell. I will never let that go because I am bitter to the end.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We've kind of gathered.
Speaking of this whole coronavirus thing, I thought I would treat you all. Because we're technically influencers, right?
Yes.
I need you guys to pack your bags because on Saturday we're going to Dubai.
What?
Have you not seen all this? Like all the influencers are going over to Dubai because it's easier for them to work and motivate people over there.
Why?
Dumbest thing. So I thought I'll book us a trip to Dubai so we can go film podcasts in Dubai because it's essential for work.
True. I do.
Yeah, except for my in-person lectures start back at the start of March.
No, what I could do for you, Joe, I could stream flying to Dubai in FS in Flight Sim 2020.
Nice. So we can use that as like a background video, and we can just pretend that we're on a plane or dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
And accidentally dox ourselves at the start of it, where it's just taken off from Joe's house or something.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, because there's definitely enough runway space at my house.
Oh, in your garden, yeah.
Joe, to be fair, the airfield that's actually near us, I managed to take a private jet off of it.
Fair enough.
And the airfield near us is a field, so...
We could all technically go to Joe's garden and say we're meeting up for a walk in a park because his garden is massive.
It's not
We
that.
could all be
Yeah.
like 5 meters apart.
We could do that. We did it in the funny tiered thing, didn't we?
No, we did it when
Mm,
we got out of lockdown in the summer.
Yeah,
Uh,
before
When
tears
it was
were a
sort-
thing.
That was great. That night where it's just me, you, and Finley, and it was like
Holding
10
down
o'clock
this
or something.
fucking gazebo.
Yeah,
It's
because
like
we put up the
falling
gazebo.
over.
10 minutes later, fucking thunderstorm.
Yeah,
And
couldn't
then
go
the
inside
best-
because of rules,
Yeah.
and just
And then you had like the bit where who was playing I Want It That Way, and then Finley just comes out of the toilet, just steps outside, and he's just there.
Yeah, I
Delivers
come in
that
just
final line,
scream
and
and
it's just
tell me
amazing.
why. Yeah, those were the good old days.
Oh, and
yeah.
that's when we got introduced to one of the most Joe items ever, which is the Death Star ice cube.
Oh yes, Death Star Ice Cube.
Yeah, I have an ice cube mold that allows you to make spheres that have the imprints on them that make them look like a Death Star.
I think the only like more Joe thing was the bolt action pen.
Oh yeah, the bolt action pen.
No, or are you forgetting the pencil that had his name on it?
Oh, for
yeah,
fuck's sake! I had that for
that's a
years.
Joe thing.
I had a pack of those when I was like in reception. I've still got almost all of them.
The best part is when you like eventually get to the point where it just says E instead of Joe.
But I
One
wanted
of the best
pencil.
One of the best things I ever had was when I went on holiday. We had like an ice cube maker. So you would just pour some water in it and just makes ice cubes. And it was great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
aren't you
and
drinking tonight, Joe?
yes, for the listeners at home, I am drinking. I have opened a Bulmers, and I have another one on standby in case I finish it, depending on how dumb the shit that we discuss in this podcast is.
Can we make a drinking game for you?
Well, I mean, it's not exactly strong, but sure.
Okay. You gotta 2 fingers every time there's an awkward pause.
2 fingers.
Yeah, like 2 fingers
Jesus.
of the.
Yeah, but Jacob, do you understand that there's a difference between your fingers and my fingers? Because my fingers are fucking sausages
Yeah.
and your fingers are fucking pencil lead.
Exactly. You'll be fine.
1.5 fingers.
About 1-ish fingers every time Finley mentions a Supra, Grenfell, or just anything Roman or history based in general.
But what's wrong with the Supra?
God damn it,
You
Finley!
mention everything.
No, I don't get. I mean, I hate like the new ones. Like the 1992 one is good. Everything after that is terrible.
I'm counting this as all as one mention, by the way, so I've already drank.
Yeah, I'm
No,
deliberately
Joe,
not
I
saying it
think-
again.
Joe, I think you should drink throughout the entirety of that.
No, he'd be dead.
No, it's fucking Bulmers. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
dead.
you'd need to continue drinking new bottles.
Yeah, I
Every
only
time
have
Finley
two
goes
bottles
on a
of
rant.
Bulmers, and everything else is unrefrigerated or spirits.
Every time Finley talks, you've got to drink.
No, I want to have some alcohol stock by the end of this.
Nah.
Do you know what's funny about last episode was how it started with Finley saying something and you just going, "Oh, fuck's sake, Finley." But on the actual recording, you couldn't hear what Finley said to begin with. So
Yeah.
someone said to me,
You saying, "Oh, for fuck's sake."
someone said to me, why does the episode literally start with you shouting at Finley?
We were having a bit of a preamble up to it. We were psyching ourselves up to a start, and Finley kept trying to interrupt it and derail
No, I
it.
think I know what it was. I think as you press the start button, I coughed.
As I was starting to speak or something, yeah.
It was like every time Joe would go like, "Okay, 3, 2, 1," and then Finley would just say something,
I'd just do that.
Yeah.
just deliberately derailing it.
Yeah.
Now, I received an email the other day
An
from
email.
a man called Carlos,
Hmm.
and
Santana?
it said no,
Awkward pause.
just Carlos. That's a drink, please, Joe.
Yep.
And it said this. Ramble Road is ranking very well in Canada. That was the subject. He says, "Hello, how is it going? Hope all is well. I have some cool information you might be interested in. Right. So apparently, in the Apple ranking in the last 30 days, okay, this is a very specific thing. So you've got to guess what position we are in the category of film reviews in the country of Canada.
300th.
Finley, what's your guess?
I'm just going to go completely crazy and say 12th.
Joe, you are closest, so that's a drink for you, Joe.
Why
As a
is me being
reward.
correct a drink?
It's a reward for you.
Fair enough.
You're being
We are
rewarded
actually-
with alcohol.
We are actually position 226.
Did you
So
know
it's nice to know.
that in the year
And yes.
226, I don't have anything to say. That's pretty spicy, to be fair.
So we are position 226 in the category of film reviews in Canada. And people laughed when I suggested that I was going to review Hubie Halloween. Look where it's gone us. This has proven that what we're watching on New Segment is the most vital part of the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
God, I have a fair bit to go on about for that this week as well, because I've actually been watching stuff.
To be honest,
Because
we've
I've
had
got
3
nothing else
weeks.
to do.
So I've literally watched I've watched 2 series of one TV show, another 2 series of another TV show, and I've got a trailer I think we should talk about. So I've got quite a lot for that bit. So stick around to the end.
Yeah.
Just stay
The
for a
end.
bit.
Well, the end, because you never know how long afterwards we're going to actually ramble on about stuff.
Look, these podcasts start off a bit shaky. They go well. They keep on going, and then it gets to the end where it just sort of
Falls
should have
apart
ended.
into the
There's
end.
a part where it should end, but it just
And then
sort
it just
of
keeps going.
continues, and it just gradually gets worse until we just give up.
Yeah.
I feel like that's our brand now, though.
Yeah.
It's not like the Bible. It all gets boring after Jesus dies.
No, that's the most exciting bit. That's when they start talking about the world falling apart.
Yeah,
that's
but
pretty
we just don't have that. We only have the bit that's like after Jesus dies, but before Revelation.
Mhm.
That's where our podcast normally ends.
This is the
If we could
ever.
have like a revelation at the end, just like something massive happens and bring it back up.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone describe something as the point between after Jesus dies but before Revelation.
I think. Do you know what that deserves for me?
A drink?
A drink, Jack.
I'll have a swig of Pepsi because that's all I've got.
I'll have a bit of water that I've got left over.
And this, kids, is why you do not bring alcohol into these things, because otherwise your mates will force you to drink more and more.
Look, I wish
it
we
is
could do
fun.
one in the future where we can all be together, all have shots.
Right.
Either
It's
have the
becomes
shot
cold
roulette.
ones.
Have the shot roulette every time, obviously as part of the drink game, or you can get those like dice that you roll.
The
Yeah.
And it
reads
tells
out
you how
of
much.
Jacob.
Yeah.
What do we do? We each buy ourselves. We each bring our own spirits, because I don't want to have to provide everything. Finley probably doesn't want to have to provide anything, and Jacob, you probably don't want to have to provide everything.
No.
So we each bring our own spirits, and then we decide what we're doing as a drinking game on the day, because that's pretty
don't-
much how everything works these days. We just decide what we're doing on the day.
If you get like the shot roulette though, you don't know what you're drinking.
Yeah, but then there's the chance of having something disgusting
Like
like
tequila.
fucking. No,
Yeah, but that's the
tequila's
point.
fine.
That's
What
the
do you
point.
call it?
Vile.
Oh, what's it called? Is it sambuca? The stuff that's
I
aniseed.
like Sambuca.
The aniseed stuff, the fucking
Yeah.
licorice in it as a fucking spirit.
Yeah, I
The-
like
Because
that.
what-
I despise bloody tequila. That's the one.
I'm just gonna say tequila was one of the first spirits that I heavily drank at any point, and I didn't drink it nearly as heavily as the other two people who were drinking it at the time, which Jacob was there for. He wasn't
That
drinking
was-
at all. This was before he'd started drinking, and he was just
That
sat on the
was
sofa
good.
as I was running up and down the stairs between two toilets in my house, watching over
I
the
was
two
having
people
a
who were
great
throwing
time.
up in them.
I
Yeah.
was having a great time. But
Oh.
because if you brought like 3 different spirits, then
I mean,
Good
I've got
times, wasn't
plenty. I got a load for Christmas.
it? Exactly. So you can supply it all.
No, I'm not supplying it all. That's my fucking stash.
Oh, I think that counts as a drink, Joe.
Well, oh yeah, awkward pause.
Awkward pause. That's a drink.
Anyway, so what are we going to talk about next? And please don't make it another awkward pause because I kind of need to keep my liver intact. Well, no, it wouldn't damage my liver, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, we actually have notes this time, and I just can't.
Yeah, and we've blitzed through most of them in the first fucking 10 minutes.
we can spend ages talking about uni exams, like what you have
Oh
to
god,
do if
yeah.
you want to dive into it.
Uni exams. My uni exams were a pain in the arse because there were 3 types that it could have been, and I had 2 of the types. So one of them was an online quiz, which lasted for 2 hours,
Oof.
and it was multiple choice. It was fine,
Ah,
but that
multiple choice.
one was the easiest one, or it was an hour. I can't remember. And then the other 3 were traditional format exams, but you had to upload it in the form of a PDF. So they gave you 2 hours for the exam, which some of them were 100-mark exams, so we should have had 3 hours. And then they gave you half an hour to upload it at the end. Download and upload the PDF.
For PDFs are like, God. Do you remember when we had like a teacher in high school that gave us work online that were meant to edit, but it was a PDF?
Oh yeah, the PDF
type on it.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, that's just not right.
Dumb shit.
God.
I mean, with mine, because we had 4 different modules, I had 4 different exams.
Yeah, same.
I don't think I have exams. I think I just have coursework.
One of them was like a group project, which is just a pain because it's a group project.
Stop. They don't work.
I'm just going to say our group project. I've talked about the group project that I had.
Yeah, you have. Like, someone just didn't do anything on it.
Yeah, and we ended up at one point on a 12-hour fucking call, just getting shit done, and then the next day a 10-hour one or an 8-hour one, which was when we finally finished it off.
Honestly, stuff like that I don't want to.
It is
death. I don't like people as it is. I don't want to have to do a project with people that I don't know and probably don't like.
Yeah,
everyone on my course I like, because everyone on my course is actually funny. We did a seminar, and someone set their background to the bloody Spider-Man picture of the 2 Spider-Mans pointing at each other. Like, it turned into a meme call because we have a lecturer who's brought. It's because someone described the Cold War as that meme. And it's like, oh, okay. So we had someone put it as a background so they could show it off. And then our lecturer's like, oh, if you want to buy my book, feel free to look it up. Just keep in mind, one of the other authors with my name writes hardcore smut. And the other one is a furry artist. So you will either find
a history book,
50 Shades of Grey,
furry porn,
art, or a history book by a food historian.
What the
yeah.
Fuck?
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our lecturer agrees with that. It is kind of weird.
I had 2 multiple choice exams, and they're just the best. They are just the easiest exam to do.
Yeah.
But then I had one which was 2. We had to make 2 briefing notes and 2 essays, and it's just by the time you get to the 4th essay, and you just know you got to repeat the process all over again, you're just like,
you're dead. You are dead inside and dead outside.
You just cannot be bothered at that point. I probably spent about 7 hours on it. It's great. Oh, maths exam was amazing. Always got to love a maths exam. Did not have about 5 mental breakdowns.
You're doing economics, aren't you, Jacob?
I am, yes.
Yeah, this will make you glad. For part of the history course, we get to learn about John Maynard Keynes.
Oh, our lecturer said about him the other day because we had 2 lectures in this one call, and he goes to the other one and goes, "Oh, you might be the greatest economist I know," and he goes, "My name's not John Milton Keynes."
John Maynard, Jacob, not Milton.
No,
Milton
I've
is a
Jacob.
place
I've
and a
combined
different
them both
economist.
together. I've
Oh.
combined them together.
Ah.
I was just testing your knowledge, Finley. That's what I was doing.
Sure. Do you know an awkward bit though? We also did a bit on Maggie Thatcher, and I'm trying to remember what supply side economics is when I haven't done economics for like 3 years.
Finley, it's in the name.
I know, but I'm trying
in
to
the name.
describe it to people that aren't economists and have no knowledge.
Think of supply, and it's that one.
Yeah, we got to talk about Maggie Thatcher, which was properly a good debate, because you can always get in a good debate about Maggie Thatcher.
Yeah, well, she was an interesting
Such a
woman.
polarizing
Yeah.
person, yeah.
Let's not get
the
into a
amount
debate on here because
The amount of people that celebrated a person's death is just unreal.
Speaking of that, the same lecturer from earlier, when he was going on about it, he's like, I don't think I've ever seen so many fireworks.
Oh god, yeah. It's like
Jesus.
Honestly, where
Ding
my
Dong the
uni
Witch
was
is dead
didn't
with the
do
charts.
very well while Maggie was in power.
Yeah.
That's like half the country, pretty much. So
The North.
yeah. Have you heard
And
of
Wales.
anything called
miners.
the North? Well, yeah, that didn't do well. No, it's not just miners. It's basically any heavy industry because they can't
It's like
actually like do stuff.
the North does get a bit fucked over a lot of the time, though.
It did during lockdown.
Even lockdown, yeah, it's like the North was sort of okay, but they're like, down south, we're in lockdown, everyone's in lockdown.
I think probably the worst country to be like fucked over by Britain is Ireland, because their entire history is basically getting fucked over by Britain.
And then fucking us over at the end. Right at the end. Well,
No, that IRA is an odd topic because, like, I understand like they want their own country back. I just don't agree with the method of
bombing school buses.
civilians. It does, like, you want people to support you. How are you going to do that? Oh, let's bomb their kids.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone here really needs to defend a terrorist group.
Yeah.
No.
But at the same time, I can't defend the British government because they're kind of crap.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, we're the one who gets blamed at the end of the day, aren't we?
I mean, we're trying to screw over half the world.
Yeah, well, you've got to love the fact that Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are all telling us that we're power-hungry, megalomaniacal people who just like rule over their lives when they have a say in our parliament, we don't have a say in theirs.
Oh, I want about young people getting blamed for the virus.
Oh, young people getting blamed for the virus. Yeah, shit. We did get a lot of blame for that, and then it turned out we weren't to blame. Except then suddenly schools...
We're the ones who were paying.
And then schools are vectors, which was fairly obvious from the get-go, but like...
The government can't like comprehend something so obvious.
No.
We're kind of in an odd spot though, because I'm not going to say it's like World War One, but you've got that same sort of thing of like the golden years of people's lives are just gone because of the virus. You're in a situation where a lot of people just have lost basically like 2 years.
Yeah, and the problem is we're gonna have the like repercussions with like the economy and stuff for like the next decade plus.
Yeah. Our lecturer was on about, I think China is like the only economy that's going to actually be able to sort of come back from this quickly.
Yeah, but that's because of the way that they treat their workers.
Yeah, China is an odd country.
If we just start getting kids to work, I think we could
If
heavily
we
boost
stop
our
So-
GDP.
So you want
we'll
to
be
go
able
back
to
to the
boost
Victorian era?
I think if we get children working in the factories, pay them like, I don't know, £1 an hour.
Just
Uh,
full on.
14-hour days. No,
No, that's too short.
Let's keep him for 20 hours. Oh, that'll do them. Give them something to do whilst we're in lockdown.
Bruh, I'm kind of surprised there haven't been more like full blown, like proper angry protests over here.
That's because
Yeah,
they can't
well,
go outside, Finley. It's against the lockdown.
True.
yeah, and I mean
Well, they
all the angry protests at the start of lockdown, well, during lockdown, were all the Black Lives Matter stuff kicking off, and then that's kind of died down a fair bit. I mean, you still hear occasionally about stuff that's been happening with it, but for the most part, it seems to have just gone.
But it also came out during when lockdown was sort of easing around the summer. Now we're obviously back in more tight restrictions. But it's just the thought of having a Zoom protest.
A Zoom
Everyone
protest.
get on this Zoom call and we will protest something.
Ah, yes, this private Zoom call that no one else can see.
Yeah, a Zoom protest is dumb.
It'll
Even
be brilliant, though.
concept is just stupid.
Stupid. Oh god.
God, I've developed the accent.
Yeah.
I've
You're Americanizing your English. You're. I can't think of what to
doing
say.
an impression of an English accent when I'm actually English.
Yes. That's the one.
I have created a new segment because I'm that good. You guys might notice it if you look on the text channels. It's called 3 a.m.
Oh, you're three.
Now-
Is it three? Is it like shower thoughts, but 3 a.m. thoughts?
Yes, just any thoughts you guys have during the week, pop them into this chat and then we can discuss and try to explain our reasoning. Because I've come up with 3. This can be anything. Look, here's what I've got. Now, just stick with me on this one. The German language is the most German sounding language in the world.
The German language is the most German. Of course, it's the most German language. It is fucking German.
I guess it's more the fact that if you hear like the word German language, you think, oh yeah, like that's German.
Like if you got a group of aliens and you played them the German language, like someone speaking German words, and
They'd be
you
like,
said,
yeah, that's
what
German.
country is this from? They would be able to guess it's German because you can listen to a German word and you'll go, yeah, that sounds German. Because it's just the most German sounding language there is. I'm just saying it's. I know it's weird. But it sort of makes sense in my head.
I'll say some broken German. Der Heiser, I think, means the name.
See, that sounds German. You would listen to that if you didn't know any language, and
You know
you would
the
say,
best
"Yeah,
one?
that sounds like it's from Germany."
You want the best one? Henschenflügel. That's very German word. You know what it means? Chicken
No.
wing.
Chicken wing.
Here's my
Oh.
other one. This is just something I don't understand. What is cashback? How do you get cash back?
You
What is
pay
it?
more with your card, and they literally give you cash back. Like you get.
But what's the point?
Transactions, I
It
think.
means that you then get.
So you can have
rather than going to an ATM or, you just you get cash given to you from the cash register of a supermarket.
What I don't get is why is it then do people do it on online shopping? Like, do you know that advert where it's like, oh, you can get top cashbacks, but like, so
I think that's more
does
like
the cash just come with the clothes you've ordered?
with those sorts of cashback things. It's basically just discounts, but posts. You pay using their links. That gives them kickback from the site, which then they can give you a percentage of after a certain amount of purchases.
Fair enough.
Otherwise,
Good thing I brought this to the podcast.
It's basically a discount.
Yeah. Other than that,
and then my final one. You know potholes.
Yeah.
I am acutely aware of potholes because there are a lot of them around us.
How are they made?
road is an uneven surface. Water gets into road. Water freezes.
Oh yeah,
Because
explodes.
it's because ice takes up less volume than water. No, more volume than water. It pushes the road apart. So it's it causes cracks and stuff, and then vehicles drive over that and dislodge small chunks of it, and that causes the hole to form, and then just repeat process.
Okay, thank you. But what I don't get is, do some of them just appear out of nowhere? I'm like, where does this one come from?
That process that I just discussed.
But they're just annoying. They're just the
Yes,
worst.
they are very annoying.
The worst part is they never get fixed.
Yeah, that's just England.
That's because the government's too busy paying £10 million to have a roundabout expanded by a foot in diameter.
Yeah,
they also
that's
spend
what we need.
paying the neighbours to run companies for them.
They're also paying to have a road built that isn't necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
there's
causing more problems because of the roadworks.
Yeah, it actually is. It's causing more problems, and when it's done, it will continue to cause more problems.
You know about the bypass here, by the way? Just checking.
Yes.
Yeah, that thing is just done, and it's all apparent.
It's terrible.
Apparently, it was supposed to go further, but people with housing in the area went, no, we don't want it to go near our houses. It's going to make it noisy, and we don't like noise.
Oh,
Yeah,
and you can only now go like 50 on the motorway.
Yeah. That's the reason the actual bypass that might have worked wasn't built, because it was near councillors' houses.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
See, I don't live far from the motorway, and I'm fine with it. It's not that noisy.
I live near our house, and we don't hear it.
Yeah. You just get used to it, or you have your windows shut and you don't hear anything.
Yeah, like the amount of cars just you hear anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't really make that much of a difference.
To be fair, I am fairly, in terms of location, I am outside of general traffic. But the motorway
people that come down to my street just to turn around.
You know, people that during the first easing of lockdown, when they were like, "Oh yeah, you can go out for walks as much as possible," it was just our roads went from being pretty much you'd see maybe a car, maybe two cars every hour, if you were lucky, three, to suddenly you just had people literally every 10 foot or so.
Mood.
And I was walking my dogs, and there's this one house that has a pond in the back of it, and there's a couple of gates that lead to it into their back garden, but it's visible from this public footpath. And there's this lady with a kid, and she just goes straight into this guy's back garden, just let her kid have a look at this pond that is quite clearly someone else's property, and then just wanders out afterwards. Just like nothing. Have a bit of common sense. That's clearly someone's house there, someone's garden, and you're just walking into it.
I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's a dog barking, and you know what that means?
Oh, that would be me. And yes, I have drank.
That would be another drink for the dog. For the duration of the dog's bark.
See, I'd give you my 3 years. Most
sake,
of them are just thinking, why don't we have guns that are actually 2 guns? I have put a lot of thought into that idea.
Oh,
to
that
try
makes
and think
sense.
to make it work.
Because when you fire the two, if the barrels are next to each other, when you fire them, the shockwaves will
push the bullets away.
Which
is why I'm thinking you have it so that one of the triggers is slightly delayed, so that it fires basically.
Oh, so it's like with you can get with drum pedals. You know how you get you got kick pedals. You can get double pedals, but you can get a single double pedal which has two hammers to
each other.
So you just need to keep spamming it and it will.
Yeah, but what about you know, like a double barrel shotgun, but
where it's got 2 triggers, yeah.
But it's just a double barreled anything.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Just
you can pull both
smash
those
two
triggers at the
together.
same time, and when you do, the bullets leaving the barrel at the same time. They will create a shockwave which pushes the bullets out of the way, which causes a drop in accuracy. It's why battleships never really fire. If they were firing all their guns, they would fire them in a salvo, where they wouldn't fire them at exactly the same time. They would like delay. They would fire them in like an arc rather than all at once, because
Yeah,
otherwise the
rather than having
shockwaves.
one big boom, you have lots of really big booms really quickly.
Yeah.
You guys know too much about war. It's frightening.
But I
No,
know
we
a
just
lot
watch.
about it. I
We
have
just
got a
watch
lot of thought
YouTubers.
into my dumb idea of, because you want it to fire really quickly from the single trigger pull, and you want it to be like one barrel then the other, then if you have it be a like gas system, you have the gas piston from one of the barrels lead to the breech of the other barrel, so that you fire that and the gas from that round pushes the other piston back, loading the round in that gun that then fires and does the same thing. So you can have a really
Huh.
high fire rate from
Yeah,
two
but
barrels.
the only issue with that is the recoil.
Yeah, the recoil, and it's incredibly heavy because you basically have two guns in your hand.
Yeah, it's why what's it, the AN-94?
No, the AN-94 got dropped because it's incredibly complicated, so it's really
Yeah,
expensive. Same with the funny
and it was
HK.
also yeah. Because if you want that's why I'm saying if you want a recoil system that will let soldiers get more shots on target with full auto weapons, you've
There's
got to have
lots of
you've got the trade off of more complicated systems, which makes them more expensive and harder to fix if you're out in the field and
yeah. It's
just
not
dumb shit like that.
normally so much weight. Weight would be your problem with like machine guns, which is why early heavy machine guns fire the same caliber rounds as modern light machine guns, but they actually
Yeah.
need a cooler. So you have stuff like the Lewis gun, which is water cooled, and a brick, and the what's the French one called?
Didn't in World War One? Didn't they used to piss on the Lewis guns if they got too hot?
World War One solution to anything is piss on it. Your artillery's not working, piss on it. There's a gas attack, piss on it.
You don't have enough tea? You don't have enough boiling water for tea? Piss on it.
Genuinely pissing on it
God.
is the solution from World War One.
That doesn't sound that nice, piss and tea, but I don't really like tea.
No,
Anyway.
but they were desperate for fluids.
Is that just like just constantly replenishing yourself?
Yes, except that you'd got added electrolytes in there.
How much would you have to be paid, Joe, to be part of my experiment?
What is the experiment?
Your experiment is right. Take little laxatives, right?
Okay, already it's gonna be fucking high.
And basically, all you're allowed to eat is sweet corn and water. Would you literally just poop sweet corn?
Pretty much, you would just shit out liquid with sweet corn in it, pretty much.
Yes, so how much money would you have to be paid?
I'm thinking in the billions to trillions to quadrillions of pounds.
All right, we'll set up a
There is
date.
also like actual substantial health risk because laxatives are really bad for you if you take too many of them.
Yep.
It will straight up blow up your kidneys.
Yeah, just get new kidneys. Get new ones.
Speaking of people who took took laxatives, we need to get Dave on here at some point.
Talk about
Can we move away
metabolics.
from the laxative conversation? This is
No.
No, this is giving us content, Finley.
What's everyone's favourite brand of laxatives?
Not a clue.
What's everyone's favourite shop to go and get one?
I mean, there's only one option, but I can't say it because I work there. It's the best
You
shop
work
on
there?
the planet.
Where do you work, Finley? I don't know where you work.
I work at the same place as you melon.
What? Do you? I've never.
Okay, first sided down.
All right, go and get another one then.
I have another one with me. I have another one.
Prepared.
This after this one, I have to go and get more. Hang on.
Okay, could you down the entire thing right now?
Oh shit! Well, no, because it's currently fizzing over. That was me. I saw the head appear, just like popping up, and I just went nope and just grabbed onto it, which is what you heard.
So do you need to go clean your table now?
Yes, it is slightly on my mouse mat.
Alright,
Oh,
well, you
God.
do that. Me and Jacob will have our funny talk about cars, and you have to guess what we talked about when you get back.
Oh, no,
Oh.
no. I want to talk about, because Joe just mentioned when the head pops up. And that sounds wrong. But it just reminded me of when we locked you in Joe's shed. And we
Yeah.
came over, and we just see
My
you just pop up and you go, hello,
I planned that, you
out the
know.
window.
I completely
was
planned that.
so
I knew you
funny.
were coming over, so I shut the curtain, like stepped back, and the second I heard you were near, I opened it and popped my head round.
The great thing was when Bean just boots the door. Oh,
God, that was an odd night.
that was an amazing night where you just stood in the corner and sang all that jazz.
Yeah, that was a terrible night. Can we move on? I want to talk about cars.
Every time you even just have a bit of alcohol, you just end up in a mess. And you just go, every time someone tries to drink, you say, nah, no more.
Yeah, Finley's not. You're not the best with booze. Not gonna lie. Also, I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
imagine
brought
how good
kitchen
the
towel with
podcast
me.
would be if we got Finley a bit drunk.
No, that's never
Yes,
It will
Finley.
happen. You give me, let's think. Let's go 170 billion pound, so I can build a
How
better
about?
jet.
How about I buy you a bottle of booze and you drink it on the podcast?
Or, how
Come
about
on, man!
even
It's free
better,
booze.
even
I
better,
don't drink.
even better, we
And
spike him. Just spike his regular drink with something.
yeah, but you can
Yeah, but you
taste
see,
booze.
Jacob, that's illegal.
And also, yes, that is illegal.
Not if you don't realise.
Oh, for
That's
fuck's
not a
sake.
justification.
That really is, Jacob. Jacob, you're just saying
What if
dodgy
you
shit now.
consented to it? What if you consented to being spiked?
Then it's not being spiked. That's just taking a fucking drink in your drink. I got on like the first night of uni. I had someone added gin to my cider.
You got
I
spiked, Joe. Are you okay? Do you want
yeah.
some support?
This was someone in the flat, and I made the mistake of going, hey, I'm just gonna go for a piss. Can you just hold this for a minute? And I come back. The thing's a bit heavier than before, and I can taste the gin.
What
Yeah,
was if
I
you
just
pissed
told.
in it?
Then I would have chucked it away.
Joe's like, oh, this is nice gin. The other guy's like, I just pissed in it.
A lovely copper gin.
Fuck off. Anyway,
Now I'm taking control. We're going on to my bit.
the cars.
Funny cars.
Car studies. What's his name? Yeah, cars.
Cars.
Oh, the
Have
film.
over.
What a great film. Can we talk about cars in the movie?
We can talk about Cars and Milby because I'm on Forza and I have most of the cars in that film.
Do you have Lightning McQueen?
No, because I don't actually know what he's based on.
That's a shame.
Sure.
He's based on the actor Owen Wilson.
Oh wow!
He's a really weird car because it's an American car that's got like almost like Koenigsegg like designs. It's very weird. He kind of looks like an old Porsche.
The
What's weird about that?
Koenigsegg.
Yeah.
The weird thing about that movie is he gets a new paint job and new tires to go race the Piston Cup. And by the time he gets there, he just takes it all off.
Yeah. But you can't do a race in white walls.
Well,
Yeah, but he looks sick in the white walls, though, doesn't he?
he does.
That's because white walls are cool. Funny car segment. What is the dumbest car you know of?
Well, I'm going to score some brownie points with you and say that converted F104.
F104, the North American Eagle, is incredibly dumb, and I do hate it.
See, this is the problem. I don't know cars by name. I just sort of go,
Just
you know,
Describe
this
it
one.
to me, and I might be able to tell you what it is. Maybe.
Oh, I know the name of this one. The Reliant Robin.
the Rolly
the
Boy.
Weirdest
I've seen
car
the Reliant.
in
I
the
was
world.
so happy.
The Reliant Robin van. That one's
it's
just
the Reliant super van.
yeah.
The problem is, I don't think there's any. The dumbest cars, in my opinion, are just the boring ones.
You see,
Do
the
you know how
whole reason,
popular those cars are nowadays? It's
Jacob, do
boring.
you know why the Reliant Robin was so popular though?
Because you didn't
It's
have
fun,
to
isn't
have
it?
a full driver's license. to
Yeah,
ride.
you just needed a motorbike license for it because it was essentially a motorbike under there, just with a steering wheel instead of handlebars.
Yeah, so it crashed a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the dumbest car I know of as the Fiat Multipla.
No,
Oh
leave
God.
the Fiat Multipla alone. That's a fine
No, I
specimen.
will not leave the Fiat Multipla alone.
Which is the one that has
Fiat have
the
made some
dodgy
very
like
nice
second tier?
cars.
Is the multiple
That's
the one
the
with
Yes.
the dodgy?
Multipla. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
I hate that car. Nissan
No,
Duke.
it's funny because
Yeah,
the Multipla has
Duke's
got
weird.
like six seats.
Yeah,
It's got
for
3 in the front
you,
and 3 in the
your
back.
wife, your wife's mistress, because it's French.
It's a dumb looking car, but it's funny that it's a good.
Fix it
It's
again
got a
tomorrow.
special place.
It does
But
have
yes,
character, I'll admit that, which makes it better than every modern car.
but there
But
is
it does look
nothing.
terrible.
There is nothing worse than Nissan Duke.
Yeah,
It's just the worst car to ever exist.
I think the
My mom
worst part
likes them.
is how many headlights it has. Because it's got the fancy, cool, like modern, really angular ones, as well as a circle set. Like, why? It doesn't
It's just
need.
stupid.
It's very dull. Like Nissan makes
Yes.
some nice cars. The new GTRs look pretty good. The old GTRs are incredible. Probably my favourite car. I like the box. But those things look terrible.
Wait, the Nissan box. Yeah, I remember that. That was in a. What game was it? I had a Need for Speed game for the Wii.
The old GTRs, like the 1990 GTRs, are just rectangles.
Oh no. There was a Nissan Cube.
A Nissan Cube.
Yeah, hang on.
You need to find that for me because I honestly don't know. I think some of the
Nissan.
best looking, well, the weirdest looking
This-
cars are either 70s Le Mans cars or 90s like Uber drift cars, which have like
Hang on.
front spoilers that are like 8 foot long.
Right, so this is. I'm putting this in notes. Hang on. Your files are too powerful.
Oh,
The fuck?
How
I
is your
hate
file too powerful?
that. Oh, I'll just post this real quick. This is a great car.
Oh god.
The Lamborghini. I can't remember
Well-
where I found that. Oh, I also have a nice Rolls Royce here.
Right, this is the
Yes, that's
this is the picture of the back of a Nissan Cube. This is. It's one of its designs. The bonnet is the boot is a back door.
Oh no, that is
Yeah, that is
very-
a car.
bad.
What are those wheels?
Absolutely horrendous. Like deserves to burn in the deepest pits of hell. And then there's a Nissan Cube. That thing is horrible.
Yep.
Why does the
Fucking
back
told you.
fall all the way round on one side?
Because design.
That
Fancy shit.
back door, not the boot one. That is such a weird design of a door.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's got
actually.
so many curves in it.
God, I don't think I can top that.
What gets me is what's that thing on the back door? So you got the handle, right? Then you got the Nissan logo. What's that bit on the right?
I'm not entirely sure. Hang on.
It looks like a nose. Why has it got a nose?
It looked. I think it's a rear-facing camera, possibly.
That is so poorly built into it.
Yeah, I know. It's either a rear-facing camera, a parking sensor,
No, but the
or some
rear-facing
form
camera
of light.
it isn't facing backwards. It's facing like down.
Yeah, all rear-facing cameras face down a bit because you need to be able to see the immediate back of the car.
Yeah, we need to be able to see behind it. It doesn't look very good.
No, it doesn't look very good.
Yeah,
It seems
For,
like it's
it's
got
the
a sensor
Nissan
next to the
Cube
braking light.
Z12.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
I've just
Yeah.
searched 1990s drift car, and most of them are Mazda RX-7s or MX-5s.
Why is the Queen in that car? Just a
It's
question.
a Rolls Royce.
There's a drift car that I found somewhere.
Oh god!
Photoshop Queen in
I was
it.
watching a TV show, Secrets of Royal Palaces and stuff like that, and they were talking about the royal family driving, and apparently Prince Philip was a very good driver according to the Obamas, and until he crashed, and then according to a Saudi prince who visited, he had to ask the Queen to slow down. Oh
How
god!
is Prince Philip still going?
He's 99, isn't he?
Is it,
That-
He's
what
going. He's
happened
going
to
to get a card from the Queen
He's
soon.
gonna get a card from the Queen. The thing is you have to contact the Queen to let her know that you're turning 100. How on earth do you get contact with the Queen? How do you do that?
There's probably there's probably a system, an online system now, but probably back in the day, you sent a letter to Buckingham Palace.
Imagine just calling up Liz, just being like, "All right, I'm 100."
Hey, Liz,
Hey up, Liz.
Oh my god!
got a funny story about the royal family. My dad met them. I might have already said this story, actually, thinking about it.
Wait, which ones did he meet?
Queen and Funny Philip, because it was with my uncle. He's in a wheelchair, and they had like a group of people in the wheelchairs, and Prince Philip went up to my uncle and said, "Do you want to have a race?"
Oh, you gotta love the big bubble.
Yeah.
Oh, do you
You know
know
why?
what's crazy?
You know why he's called the big bubble, right?
Why is he called the Big Bubble? Is it because he's round, or because
No.
he's bubble?
No, because bubble and squeak is Cockney rhyming slang for Greek, and he's Phil the Greek.
Oh, why is bubble and squeak slang for Greek?
Cockney rhyming slang, Finley.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Do you know what? Do you know what's going to be mad is when we turn 100, we will still be.
You're assuming we're going to get there.
When we turn 100, we're going to get a card from Queen Liz. She's still going to be going.
But the heat death of the universe will be caused by Liz.
Liz will never die.
She's just going to be bored of everything and just go, "Oh yes, I think it's time to end it now. One is not amused with this world anymore."
Imagine what would happen if we just didn't have a monarchy. Imagine what would happen in Britain then.
It's so much more boring.
Yeah, the royal family are just. Plus, we wouldn't have as much money because we wouldn't have as much.
Horizon. Who wants to go see British Parliament?
No, but some people now just come for the shops, like the world's biggest Primark. We've got that.
Bro, we used in. I'm gonna struggle so much to not say the name of the place, but in the way to my university, like the city my uni's in, there is what looks like a disused factory, which I think is a Littlewoods. I think, or was, and it is a stunning looking building. Can you
Well, I
guess
think
what it's like now? If you guess derelict, half burnt down, and covered in spray paint, congratulations, you're right. It's Britain. This is what we do.
people should come to England just for our discount stores,
Yeah,
just
people
to see the
should.
amazing deals.
Yeah, the amazing.
Yeah,
deals.
you're totally not plugging the place where you work there, are
Yeah,
you?
we're not plugging it. We're not allowed to say its name.
Because otherwise
Like-
you'll dox yourself.
Yeah, we can't dox ourselves.
Could you imagine though? We're just working one day, and someone comes in and just goes, "Hi,
Are
are
you
you the people from the podcast?"
God,
And
I
we go,
don't know what to
"Yeah."
do.
Well,
when
that's
we're
just like
famous.
the thing is, if we get to that level of fame, do we need to keep working in those shops?
Well, yeah. To be fair, that's a good point. See, my dream is this podcast become big, so I never have to get a job. That'll be the dream. Never have to actually work.
My dream is to get a good job in the aerospace industry, and then just
Yeah, but you'd rather do this, though, wouldn't you?
what, chat shit for money?
Yeah.
If we actually got money for it, yeah.
As soon as we get monetized, daily podcasts.
I don't think we'd be able to do that because one, we couldn't be asked to do daily podcasts, and two, we won't have enough topics to do daily podcasts.
Yeah.
We do it. Okay, hourly podcast. So what did you do the last hour? Well, I recorded the podcast.
Just every single podcast is about recording the previous podcast.
Yeah.
We should do a whole set for a whole year. Every hour we would discuss what happened in that hour in history.
God,
So could you tell me what exactly happened at 7:55 on the 8th of October, 75 AD?
the Roman Empire fell. Except it didn't because Rome never falls, and also that.
Except that it fell in about 300 BC, AD even.
You're
Join
wrong.
us in the next hour when we discuss the next hour of history.
Finley. The last person who tried to resurrect the Roman Empire was Benito Mussolini, and you saw how that went. He had to be fucking rescued by the Germans and almost crashed because a selfish German wanted a bunch of praise, so jumped in a plane with him that wouldn't carry both of their weights. And ended up with an Indiana Jones moment of the plane diving off the side of the cliff.
Mood. To be
You
You
fair,
know about this, the Fiesler Storch.
Benito is a really odd character because, like, he's not actually the father of Italian fascism. The father of Italian fascism is a poet who I think Benito had shot the day that they marched on Rome. Or, well, not. No, Benito didn't have him shot. He just happened to get shot in a room with no one else.
Just like how, what's his name? The guy that was in charge of the SA just happened to die in the night of the long knives without a shirt on, looking like he was having a fight with somebody with a bunch of bullet holes in him.
Yeah. Jacob,
What
I
are
need
we
to
going to
read
name
my
this?
weird book story. I've already forgotten it.
Wait, what are you on about?
In our episode highlights bit, what's my weird book story?
Oh, I want to post like you talking about how your book's written by like a furry.
Oh no, it's not written by him, by one even.
What
It's
one of them?
one of them shares his name.
Yeah, that's.
He's been in the Sun, I think, or the Daily Mail,
Well,
because the Daily Mail was slating him for something.
I just don't know what we're gonna name this episode. That's the tricky bit.
Entropy, because it's pure chaos.
Oh, we could just name it "We Lose Our Minds Again."
Okay.
That's a new series we got going on. It's like because we had the original "We Lost Our Minds," and then we had Bean on, and that was "We Lost Our Minds Again." So I think this should be "We Lost Our Minds Again."
To be fair, that's quite a good name.
Every time we just have an episode where I can't think of a good name, it's just gonna be that. So we move on to what we watching.
Oh yeah, what we watching?
Right. Who wants to go first?
I can kick it off because I've actually got some stuff.
What are we doing? Hang on. Oh, we're doing what we're watching.
Okay, I watched One Punch Man season 2.
Oh, is season 2 out now?
Yeah, One Punch Man is incredible.
Is it on Netflix or not, or is it Crunchyroll?
I have it on Crunchyroll.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, One Punch Man is incredible. They introduced the new character of King, who has been in season 1. They just never gave him a name.
No, he is in season. He does have a name in season 1. He's just.
Well, his name appears in it, and he appears in it, but they never.
He literally shows up. They say he's the strongest person in the world, and
He's not there, is he?
no, he's there, and they ask him what should we do, and he just goes, I cannot do anything from here, and then does nothing for the entire final fight.
So he is actually in the final fight.
Yes, but he just says, "Oh, I can do nothing from here," and then does nothing.
Yeah, okay, I'm not going to spoil it then because you need to watch it.
I've read the first few mangas after season 1 ends.
Oh, okay, so I'll spoil it then. Spoiler alert. He's literally
He doesn't have
just
power.
Yeah,
he's just a guy
that wound up getting given the title.
Yeah. And he becomes friends with Saitama because they have to play games.
Yeah, they just play games. Because another gaming tournament season 2 as well.
I don't think I got that far, but yeah.
Yeah. the other thing I watched in 2 days, I watched all 68 episodes of Attack on Titan.
I mean, I've
And
only
don't
watched
know
season
how.
1.
Wait, how did you watch like 34 episodes a day?
I don't know. I just did.
You did not sleep. You did not function in any other capacity.
Wait, how
All of
long
your
are
time
they?
was taken up with
Like
Attack on
20
Titan.
minutes. Well, it's
Yeah.
either
20 minutes. So what? You could
two-
probably get like 4 done an hour.
Yeah. I watched all of it though.
I watched all of the first season of Demons. Is it Demon Hunter or Demon Slayer?
So
I
Finley,
can't
you spent on average about 9 hours a day watching it.
Yes. I have nothing better to do.
I'm just gonna say, Finley, watch Demon Slayer. It is Demon Slayer. I'm pretty sure.
I need to watch Baki. I want to watch Baki as well.
Oh, Finley,
Just
can you
for the
do?
sheer meme that is what's his name? The guy with the orange hair who's an absolute coward until he just does something that just I won't spoil it for you, but he's a character. And then I can't remember their names. Fuck it, I watched it too long ago.
Bro,
But the guy
there's
with the
only,
four hats.
one character whose name I will never forget, and it's from an anime I haven't even watched because his name's Subaru. So I just remember
Joe,
the
that's a
meme
drink.
like Subaru, and it's just a picture of a car.
Fuck's sake!
Joe, that's 2 drinks because he said it again.
Bro,
took
Subaru.
4.
I didn't.
I took 4. I didn't need to.
The funny car isn't even a Subaru. The funny car's a Toyota.
God damn it, Finley!
No, it's off the car's
word-
name. Not
The word
car,
wasn't even meant to be a Subaru. It's meant to be a Supra, but it's a Subaru now as well.
Bruh. Anyway,
Finley, can you give your
good.
can
Pain
you
is
give
the
your
best episode.
can you give your ratings, please?
What was our unit again?
Adam Sandler's.
Sandler's.
Okay, One Punch. What are we out of again? Is it 10?
10, yeah.
Yeah.
One Punch, I'm going to say, well, season 2, 8 out of 10. Season 1, 10 out of 10. Because it has
Season
a
1
really
is
cool
brilliant. He's
Attack on
literally.
Titan, I don't really like the last season.
Didn't they just add like random 3D bits into it?
Oh no, they do that for like reasons. It doesn't actually like subtract away from it because it's not terrible like CG.
But it's an anime. How's there CG in it?
Titan, because it's massive and it's like 2 scenes.
Can you send a picture of it?
What, the CG in it?
Yeah.
It's the Colossus Titan, isn't it? Awkward pause.
Awkward pause.
Joe, just drink throughout this entirety.
No, it doesn't actually look that bad.
I remember someone was complaining about it, someone who was watching it.
No, it's like elitist people. It's not actually that bad because they managed to keep the art style.
Wait, are you sending it? But why could they not do it like how they normally do all the other characters?
The Colossal Titan is the biggest thing. No, it's not the biggest thing, but it's massive.
Wait, there's bigger ones than the Colossus Titan. The one that literally towers over the walls.
There's one that's twice as big, and it's in it for a whole 2 episodes. But it's literally just that scene, I think. So it's not actually
too bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good CGI.
If you look at that, you wouldn't think it's CGI.
Yeah, exactly. But again, I don't really like the last season because it has the Warhammer Titan, which is really cool until the part that you realize it does a whole 2 attacks, dies. Literally all it does.
Yeah. So what are you giving it out of Adam Sandler's?
First 3 seasons, quality 8 out of 10. The last one I don't really like, but that's like personal opinion, honestly.
So what are you giving it in Adam Sandler's?
Like 6-ish. It's just it feels a bit rushed because there's like a 4-year time gap between the 3rd season and the 4th season.
And they just don't explain anything that happens, or do they?
Yeah, there was actually a few plot holes in it because like they capture Annie and then like nothing comes from it at all. Armin uses
Wait, that's
like a whole twice. Actually, no, he uses it once. Literally once.
Wait, hang on. Annie's captured at the end of season 1, isn't she?
Yeah. And they don't really do anything with it.
I thought you said she was captured at the end of season 3. Sorry, I was just getting...
No, but like, they don't ever do anything with that. There are some cool bits, like basically the Titan that eats Aaron's mom is important to the story, so I'm not going to go into it. But it's cool because it shows up in season 2 in the best episode, Pain. I think is season 2. It's my favorite episode, and it
Why
shows
is
up
it so good?
because it falls into the category of it has a moment like that one in Parasite where you genuinely see a character actually lose it, like properly just gone.
So, I finally got round to watching The Mandalorian.
Let me guess. 12 out of 10 Adam Sandlers.
No, I give it a 6 out of 10.
Really?
Controversial. It's a show that I find incredibly boring.
Fair enough.
Okay, literally, the same thing happens every episode, but different. Right? That's
Yeah, just
stupid as
different
well.
planets.
But,
Yeah.
But basically, like the first episode of season 2, he goes. This guy's like, "Where can I find this person?" He goes, "Go." It's literally plays out like a video game. He goes, "Go to this planet." Goes to the planet, finds the guy. It's not the guy. So then they go and do something. Episode ends. Second episode, they go to a guy. Oh, go to this planet to find this person. It's literally every episode is go to this place, and you don't get what you want. And then by the time you get to the final episode, that's when you finally get it. But I mean, Luke Skywalker came back.
Except that the CGI was a bit dodgy.
Yeah. Apart from that, Baby Yoda was
Baby
good as
Yoda.
always.
Bill Burr's in this, apparently.
Yeah.
Who's Bill Burr?
He's a comedian. He was one of the writers on Chappelle's show, and he does stand-up comedy on his own now. He's basically an angry white guy, controversial sometimes, but quite funny.
The guitar. Like he'll be speaking normally and then go full on screaming at people.
Probably that's what Americans mostly do.
He does some good quality comedy stuff. Probably, I don't know. I'll recommend you some stuff to watch after this.
Oh no! Actually, no, never mind.
The thing with the Mandalorian is I think it just gets too overhyped. Like it's not as good as people say it is. Like, there are some bits where you're like, "Oh, this is interesting," but that's just not for me.
Fair enough.
I watched the first 2 seasons of Torchwood. That was pretty good. It's
as well.
It's fucking dark. That's what it is, and I'm really excited for season 3 because I know that is really, really dark. But like, end of season 2, I was just like, fucking hell.
Which season ends with the start of the episode where the
that's
episode
the end of season 1.
That's the end of season 1. Yeah.
Yeah, where Jack hears the TARDIS and he like runs off, and then that's when near the end of season 3 he jumps onto it, and they end up in the end of the universe, and all this stuff happens. But at the end of season 2, 2 of the main cast die in like a 5-minute span.
Jesus.
Bro, you have that happen in Attack on Titan, where Aaron's entire squad gets killed, and then it happens again. When he joins the scouts, it happens again immediately.
Yeah. But there's one episode in season 1 that is so good. I think it's episode 6. It's a countryside, and it is just fantastic. It is brilliant. Because it doesn't have any aliens in it, and it's so good. It's just about like cannibals and stuff. Yes, it's very like Hot Fuzz, but like if it was a lot darker.
Hot
Like,
Fuzz.
you know how in Hot Fuzz, like, it's like a big village of like people all like behind it.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but it's a whole village of cannibals,
Mood.
Jesus.
and
Oh,
it's
I
very good.
have a gripe to go on about with Attack on Titan.
So
What's
I'm
the
just gonna give.
like a sec, like it's in one episode. Makes me sad.
Hmm.
That is my last gripe. You may give your
So-
rating.
Give your rating, and then I might talk about what
I'll
I've
give
watched.
Torchwood an 8 out of 10. I don't know if it is better than Doctor Who. I suppose it depends what your taste is. I like them both. They're both good. At least they're better than whatever Class was trying to do.
Mm.
The most irrelevant TV show ever. Also, have you guys been watching the new Marvel show?
Which one? WandaVision.
Yeah,
I don't have Disney Plus, so no, but I've heard it's interesting.
other illegal streaming sites are available.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Ramble Road podcast. Do not encourage the use of illegal.
Do not
streaming
condone.
sites. But we also
No, do not
are-
encourage it. We are taking a non-biased viewpoint.
Yeah.
Hmm.
As a historian, I have to be impartial.
Well, I've watched the first 4 episodes because episode 5 has come out by the time this has been released, but it isn't at the time of recording. The first 2 episodes, I was just like, I'm not enjoying this. 3rd episode, I was like, all right, it's getting better. 4th episode, I was like, yes, this is what I need. No spoilers, but like the first 2 episodes are very heavily based on the sitcom element of the show.
Oh, God.
And I just did not enjoy that. But when you get to about 3 and 4, when things start to kick off, then yeah, it's quite good.
I'm just going to say American sitcoms are nowhere near as good as British sitcoms.
Oh yeah. So I'll give WandaVision at the moment a 6.87 out of 10 Adam Sandlers.
A 6.87.
Yes.
Very
But
precise.
I think there is room for it to improve as
But at the same time,
movie
the
goes on.
slow start.
Yeah. This kind of discussion now, I think, kind of relies on you guys have seen it. Have you guys watched the Godzilla vs Kong trailer?
I've watched the trailer, or parts of it anyway, yeah.
I haven't watched it, but Joe's talked to me, and apparently, 1, they've ruined the like story, and 2, a toy ruined it as well.
Isn't
Yes,
also
you have.
like twice the size that he should be, or something like?
What, Funny Monkey?
People
Yeah.
don't understand that in the Kong film, they literally state he is a teenager and he isn't fully grown, and now they're like, how is Kong big now? It's because he's grown.
I have a funny meme for the film.
It was set in the 70s. There's been like 50 years. Kong is
Fair
a big boy now.
Oh,
But
But
also,
yeah,
yeah.
they sort. I suppose you can say they sort of spoiled the story with like there's one shot where it might be Mecha Godzilla coming out of the ground, and you do see the blueprints. But
yeah,
and also
there
they
is
did
also
ruin it with a
for
toy.
the film. Yeah. Also, that's my funny meme.
Yeah, Kong is gonna beat the shit out of Godzilla, and I cannot wait.
I'm literally a walking nuclear power plant. What is your ability, monkey?
Kong is better than Godzilla though. He is a monkey.
Me and our dear friend Joe, who has been on the podcast, and
Bean.
Joe's friends, we watched a Godzilla film. I can't remember which one it is, but they defeated by deep throating him with all the liquid nitrogen on the planet.
Oh, that's the first one, isn't it? Where they used an air. They used an air bomb.
It's one of the new ones. It's directed by the guy that did Evangelion, I think.
Hmm.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's
Oh,
good.
you on about the first one where he opens the Muto's head and breathes down it and rips it off?
No, not the American ones. It's
Oh,
It's a
you're on about
Japanese
Shin
one.
watched it
Godzilla.
all in Japanese because it's better.
Not the really old ones where there's literally one where
No, they're
Kong lobs a
they're
rock at
great because
Godzilla.
they're funny. Because there's a scene where Godzilla drop kicks someone.
Yeah, by using his jet breath, doesn't he? His nuclear breath.
No, he rides down on his tail and drop kicks someone.
Oh yeah, and then there's the other one. Doesn't he dunk a basketball in one of them?
Yes.
I think it was Shin Godzilla we watched. Yeah, this looks right.
At least it wasn't the.
I'm liking the design. That looks really weird. Like Godzilla doesn't move very well, and I just look like nah.
At least it wasn't the 1998 Godzilla movie.
Oh, you
Isn't that
mean
the one that,
basically
like, they genuinely
Jurassic Park?
acknowledge
But
as a
shit.
Godzilla film because it's so
They-
bad.
They said they gave them a list of everything that they had to make Godzilla be, and they just went against it, and they took it to the meeting with the Japanese, whoever owned it, and they were
Yeah.
just speechless. So they just went, "That seems like a great idea. We're going to continue ahead because we can't make any changes now." And it does also have the greatest line in cinema history, which is, "That's a lot of fish."
Oh God,
Yeah.
That's a lot of fish.
that's a lot of fish.
Yeah, it is the 98 one that's like genuinely they gave it a
He
different
just
name. It's so bad.
Yeah,
he just looks like a giant
Just dinosaur.
dinosaur, because they make it canon that he is a nuclear iguana, and then Godzilla dies, and then it's all about the baby Godzillas running around.
yeah. But then there's also, I can't remember one of the later Godzilla versus films. There's a bit where the 98 Godzilla briefly shows up and just instantly gets curb stomped by proper Godzilla.
Yeah, but they give him a different name because it's so bad. I can't remember what
Yeah.
it's called.
Hey Finley, did you have a power cut earlier, by the way?
Yes, I did.
Yes, we also had that. I was just checking. Jacob, did you have one earlier?
Nope.
It was like for a minute or so.
I've got the
Nope.
quote here from Toho when they saw it, which is, "It's not Godzilla. It doesn't have his spirit."
It doesn't. It's just a stupid name. Not name, thing.
They call him Gino. Godzilla in name only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
it's
other news,
terrible.
I'm practically finished my cider, and we are running out of topics.
It did win a
Oh,
Golden
I think they call the other one they call it Zilla. The
That's it. Yeah.
98 one. Apparently, Mothra is
Finley's
Godzilla's wife. What the fuck?
Mothra is Godzilla's wife,
Yes, apparently.
and then there's Ghidorah as well, the giant turtle, isn't there?
No, Ghidorah's the giant chicken-looking robot thing.
We don't know this.
Oh no,
This
that's
is one
Ghidorah. Never mind. What's the turtle called?
we need Joe for this one.
What's the turtle called? The turtle with the tusks. He briefly shows up in Dragon Ball at one point to give Master Roshi a lift, and he just ends up throwing up because he's spinning around so much.
Oh man,
You know what I'm about.
Ghidorah's the big three-headed
Yeah.
dragon thing. Are
I'm
you
waiting
in
for his
reference
thoughts.
to?
Turtle Kaiju. Gamera, that's it.
Gamera.
Gamera. Gamera.
Isn't it Gamera?
Gamera, then, yeah.
Ah, yes.
There is
No, do you want
also-
to know my favorite one? I don't know its name, Hamid. Chicken King Godzilla. Kaiju. Images.
Another one you're on about, I just can't remember what it's called. It's got at one point they replace its arms with funny chainsaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Dragon Ball, in the original Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z or GT or Super or whichever one you want to look at now, a small version of Gamera gets summoned by the turtle guy to carry him to a place, and the whole way that Gamera flies around is he tucks his arms in, then somehow breathes out of all the holes in a way that makes his shell spin. and the turtle guy's standing on top of this. So when he gets there, he just he shows up. They're all, oh, he's a master. He's an ancient master. He should be great at all this stuff, and he should be able to do this thing. And then he just throws up.
Yeah.
It's just classic Toriyama.
Ah, here he is. It's Gigan. Big man Gigan.
That's not how it's Gigan, I'm pretty sure.
He's the main lad. He's like some weird chicken looking spiked armed, one eye, weird, but he's brilliant. It's how he's strangely fat as well.
I mean, all of the old ones were because they're like actual costumes.
He's thick. That's what he is.
Yeah, they had to be.
Original Godzilla is fake. Original Godzilla has thunder thighs. I'm pretty sure that's where that term comes from. It's also the original Godzilla pilot.
I'm looking forward to the movie because it's like an actual movie that's coming out recently.
Yeah.
They've actually got something to look forward to that's not constantly being delayed. I think that counts as a drink, Joe. That awkward silence.
I'm out of booze, and we're over the hour mark, so
It's probably about time to end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go follow our Twitter at road_ramble. Go check out our YouTube channel where we sometimes post highlights and clips. The Ramble Road Podcast. Go follow our TikTok, Ramble Road Podcast, or the Ramble Road
Which
Podcast.
hasn't had anything uploaded for like a month.
Well done, Jacob.
Don't worry, now I've got some stuff to put on there.
Oh, that's good. Good to hear.
Just haven't had the time.
Anything else you want to plug? You gonna plug your personal Snapchat, Jacob?
No, I do not need people messaging me just like, "Hi."
Hi, I'm a random person from America, or from Australia, or from Luton,
or from Canada, as we appear to be very popular in the charts.
Yes, that is also.
Next week, I'm going to force you to talk about Snowpiercer because it's an incredible film.
That is a great film, to be fair.
Ben, I'll be watching the TV show version. Maybe the film.
I mean, the TV show has one thing which I think is cool, which is that they named a train in it like Big Alice, but that's all I know about it.
This is the problem.
Great.
This is the problem. We're literally ending it, and we just bring up a whole new discussion.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
God damn it, Finley.
This is building for next week.
The build-up.
Yeah, we're doing that thing that they do in wrestling.
The go-home show. What are you trying to insinuate here, Finley?
We're not fake like wrestling, Finley.
Joe, don't say that.
We are fake. We don't actually like this. We're just here. We're forced here at Gun.
We're all actors. I don't actually know who any of you guys are.
Yeah, who's Jacob?
That's not even my real name.
Yeah, how you doing, Jeremy?
I'm doing all right, James. How are you?
No, I'm not James. If anyone's James, it's Joe. You're definitely Hammond.
Fuck's sake, we're supposed to be ending this, and we're throwing.
I'm just gonna stop it in a couple of seconds. So say goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.